So we've long said in this channel that the best way to invest in Bitcoin is to dollar cost average, and we've made multiple videos on the benefits of doing so. But in this video, I want to share with you why I've started using Swan Bitcoin to DCA, because it's honestly better than all the other options like Cash App, Coinbase, or even doing it manually. And like always in this video, I promise to dive deep and share with you everything you need to know to make your decision on whether or not to try out Swan Bitcoin. So if this sounds interesting to you at all, just sit back, relax, and just keep on watching. Welcome back to Bitcoin for Beginners. I'm your host, Kevin, and in this channel, we're all about deep research, honest opinions with no frills nor fluff. And this is not a sponsored video. If we do have those in the future, we will always disclose those as required by law. This is just a service that I really love and use myself personally. I'll also leave timestamps down below so you can skip ahead if you like. And if you're watching this and at any point in time you're like, wow, this was pretty valuable, thank you, Kevin, then please just smash that like button and that would help me out immensely. All right, let's go. Okay, so Swan Bitcoin is essentially a service to help you dollar cost average, and it's for Bitcoin only. Essentially, you can choose different periods, whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly, and start with as little as 10 bucks. Really easy to sign up. I already went through their entire process and signed up before. It is for US residents of all different states and regions with a US bank account and photo ID. So their KYC or Know Your Customer process is pretty extensive. You need to take pictures of your ID and type in your social security number and also show different sides of your faces to the camera to verify the ID. But after you send in that info, it's approved pretty quickly. It only took a couple of hours at most. So how does it work, right? Well, really simple. You link your US bank account and then you select how much Bitcoin you want to buy at what interval. And then they'll either store it for you with a secure, licensed and regulated custodian, more on this in a bit, or they can withdraw it to a wallet that you designate. So let me show you what it looks like inside when you sign in. This is just an account that I set up to show you. Essentially, when you click here, you can select how much Bitcoin you want to save every period. So let's see, you can do 50 every day, week, or month. I chose week, but you can do whatever you want. And then you have to connect your account and then select the fees. And I'll tell you a little bit more about this, but essentially there's two options. Prepay annually the entire amount, given the number of dollars you selected per period, or you can pay as you go, which is a little bit more. And back on this home dashboard, you can get your deposits and purchases, download a CSV, and also set up auto withdrawal. You can use the sliding scale threshold to see every 0.01 BTC, it auto withdraws to my wallet, or 0.05 perhaps, whatever you want, right? And then you can set up multiple addresses or single address. I just use single address, type in a nickname for it, like you can say my ledger or my Trezor, and then type in the Bitcoin address beginning with 13 or BC1, and then press validate and use address. That's it, really simple. If you don't want to wait for the auto withdrawal, you can also press withdraw now, and then you can select the amount and the wallet that you want to withdraw to. Pretty simple. And just a quick note while you're here, if this is interesting to you at all, then check out my pinned comment and description down below for my referral link. And if you do end up using Swan Bitcoin, you can get $10 from using my referral link to sign up. So you may be wondering though, why use this as compared to other options out there, right? Well, the biggest reason why is because they have the best fees that I've found so far. They're by far the cheapest option compared to other ones, Coinbase, like Cash App and so forth. If you do instant buys or wire transfers, they're less than 1% fee. They don't charge you any fees for trading. And here's a great way to see your weekly total. This is what I said before, right? I said $50 if you remember, but between 5 to 24 for weekly buys. Prepay annually is 1.99%. Pay as you go is 2.29%. And if that's up a little bit more, the weekly buy amount, then that decreases. And if it's $50 plus, it's the lowest amount for both tiers. And it's much cheaper than Coinbase. Depending on the weekly purchase amount, 100, 50, 25, 10, these are just examples. Coinbase charges between almost 3% to 10%, and Swan is lower, regardless of if you're doing pay-as-you-go or prepay annually. You would save a ton by using Swan Bitcoin compared to Coinbase. Even Cash App, much more friendly than Coinbase, but regardless, still a lot more savings if you use Swan for either method than if you use Cash App, right? So this is a huge reason to go with Swan Bitcoin. Also, you may be wondering, do they charge a spread or markup? And the simple answer is no. Their fees are clear and upfront. They do not charge us above market value, which is amazing to hear. Another reason why to go with them is because they take security extremely seriously. They use a custodian called Prime Trust. They are regulated with all the US government agencies that are necessary, and they're based in Nevada. I trust them because I signed up with them using Binance US as well. This is a pretty legitimate and industry leading custodian, Prime Trust. That's where your Bitcoin is stored as well. And on the topic of security for your precious coins, you definitely should check out these. They're called solo keys, a hardware security key. You know that we're all about that in this channel because this will protect you even if a hacker gets your password, your username. They'll still need these physical keys to access your account and do anything if you protect it with two-factor authentication. And it's much safer than an authenticator app as well. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a link down below. And now back to Swan Bitcoin. So now I want to touch on some frequently asked questions that you may have in mind when watching this so far. First is, when will your Bitcoin actually be purchased, right? Because it's not necessarily immediately. For the weekly and monthly plans, it's after your ACH transaction for your bank. Then Swan will purchase Bitcoin at the next available day after it's shown to clear. When it's not yet cleared or it's awaiting the next available purchase window, the funds will show up on the dashboard as pending conversion. And so, for example, if your hold clears on Sunday, then your Bitcoin will be purchased by end of day Mondays, since the ACH system doesn't work on nights, weekends, and holidays. And if you use a daily plan, they'll wait for the funds to clear the prior weeks, and then your daily buys will execute using the funds that have cleared previously. Now, if you have cleared funds that are just sitting there and they're waiting to get executed on daily or weekly basis, you can just shove it all in if you want by pressing the convert now button. So that's an easy way. Let's say there's a big drop and you want to just smash it all in without waiting to DCA, then you can just press that convert now button to go against the schedule per se. And there's also limits to the largest recurring plan, over 1,400 daily, 10,000 weekly, and 10,000 monthly. In terms of withdrawing from Swan Bitcoin, I showed you that earlier, the features. The automatic withdrawal is once per week so that they save on the fees, but you can withdraw manually more frequently if you'd like. If you want to send funds faster, you can also with their wire transfers. You just go to the icon on your dashboard and click wire transfers, and it tells you all these instructions. It'll clear faster, and they do tell you some things about fees as well. But just be sure to follow all these instructions, and then you'll have cleared funds ready to use to convert now or just execute your periodic buys. And last but not least, you can also sign up for the referral program. Like I said, I will leave my link down below in the description and the pinned comment. You can get $10 when you become a Swan member and deposit money and use it to buy periodically. And you get a cut of the fees if you do so. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could help me out by signing up using my link below, and you'll get $10 as well from them. So that's Swan Bitcoin. I'm using it. Let me know what you think. And if you'd want to use it, as always, if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. I'll get back to you for sure. I'm Kevin from Bitcoin for Beginners. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.